What is going on, you guys? It is your boy Cyrus Obsidian here at Obsidian Games, here to bring you another local diaries. So let us begin. So for today's locals, we are going to be piloting again our Supreme King's Yark Magicians. After seeing YCS Indianapolis last week, I was pretty sad not seeing a single deck playing the Supreme King, Yark, Magicians, none of that. But we did see someone playing Pendulum. So we are hoping that today we can pilot Pendulum to the top and see if we can get our names in the history books for Pendulum being the best deck. But speaking of YCS Indianapolis, we cooking a little Exodia ourselves, so who knows, maybe we'll see that featured later, but it is getting good. And I get it, you guys are tired of Rescue Ace, so we're putting Rescue Ace on the back burner to bring you some more Pendulum content, see if we can top our way to locals. So without further ado, let me show you some of the changes that I've made from last week to this week, and we can head on over to locals and dominate in today's event. So let's go. Alright, you guys, let me show you our updated profile that we'll be playing for today's event. So we'll just kind of breeze through. A lot hasn't changed. We're still playing our triple Skull Corbat with triple Supreme King Gate Magician, one Astrograph, one Supreme King Gate Zero, one Supreme King Dragon Lightworm, triple copies of Supreme King Dragon Darkworm, triple Odd Eyes Revolution, triple Wisdom Eye, two double Iris, one Harmonizing, and wow, once Pendulum Sorcerer, one Odd Eyes Arc. So this is one of our changes. We decided to put an Arc rather than Pendulum Dragon, just because it is a higher scale, and having that high scale can come in handy. And one Celestial Edition. And then we round out our monster lineup with triple Ash. Only hand trap we play in this deck. Otherwise, the majority of our deck is just straight Pendulum Gas, because we are able to play through a lot. The only thing we can't play through is Droll, so that's why we play so many Pendulum names, just to be able to play through as much as we can. Then for our Spell and Trap lineup, we do play the one Foolish Burial to get our Darkworm to grave. We play triple copies of Wings of Light to search out any of our Supreme King Dragons or Supreme King Gates. Play triple Dragon Shrine to get our Darkworm again into the grave. We play one Star, one Called By, two copies of triple Tactics Talent, with one time, and one Soul of the Celestial King. So this is the main card that we want to see resolve on our opponent's turn, just to be able to board wipe. And most of this just kind of adds extra to our deck, so Call By to hit, if we see it, hit the Droll or whatever hand trap. Star and Time are kind of control cards, Time more so than Star. Star is just a resource gain. But yeah, I don't think there were any changes from our Spell and Trap lineup from last week. I think we are playing the exact same. And then to our extra deck, which should look the exact same, playing the two copies of the Supreme King's Yark, one Odd Eyes Arc Ray, one Starting Meta Predapower, one Vortex, the one Crystal Clearwing, the one Borreload Savage, one Supreme King Dragon Clearwing, one Odd Eyes Revolution, one Absolute, playing two copies Beyond, one Exceed, one Apo, and one Access Code Talker. So I still choose to play the Exceed just because it is, in my opinion, a little bit better than playing Selene for our combo plays. Selene definitely is really great in getting you access code, but we're able to get access code pretty easily in the deck without having to commit too much. So that's the reason why we play it. Onto our side has changed just because after last week playing, I realized some cards I just never put into the deck, but there are some that I still want to keep just in case I do need them. So we are playing for extra deck slots, one Psychic End and one Supreme King Dragon Dark Rebellion. These are really to get over any towers or monsters that are unaffected, just to really get rid of them through battle. Then we are playing triple copies of Nibiru, triple copies of Ghostmourner Moonlit Chill. Rather than playing the the Infinite Impermanence, we decided to go with Ghostmourner for time reasons. It's really all that it's there for. It's really just for time. And then the card that won me on my last game, Change of Heart, the 1 Duster, 2 Cyclone, and then Evenly Match. We decided to go with Evenly Match rather than the Heralds and then the Soul of the Supreme King. Evenly, I think, is just better, especially against those back row decks like Labyrinth, Runic. You're seeing those, but in general, it's still just a really great card. So let's head on out to locals and see if we can top with the Supreme Kings. So you guys, round 1, there is 8 minutes left in time, and honestly, round 1 was a little bit of a struggle. So we are playing against Monarchs, which, if any of you played Pendulum when Monarchs first were prevalent in 2015, 2016, you remember a lot of the struggle of being locked out of your extra deck, couldn't floodgate your field with Pendulums, and that came back to haunt me today. Because I remember in 2015 playing against Monarchs and having that PTSD come back kind of sucked. But luckily for me, we were able to break it. So my opponent went first, game 1. They were able to set up their crazy Monarch board, but not like too crazy. They had Domain and Majesty's Fiend, the one that like prevents you from special summoning from the extra deck. And I was like, well, it has 2400 attack. We're locked out of the extra deck. Can't special summon from the extra deck. Can't special activated monster effects. I draw for turn, hoping to draw something that will help me break board, but I don't. I had Skullcrobat in hand, Dark Worm, Light Worm, and Supreme King Gate, and Wisdom Eyes. But so I was able to set up my board. I had my Supreme King Gate Magician swing over the Majesty's Fiend for 100, and we had tempo back. But I misplayed, forgot to special summon the second Supreme King Gate Magician that I had. And so we kind of fumbled a little bit, but we were able to make a comeback using Time Pendulum Graph, Star Pendulum Graph, and our Soul of the Supreme King Celestial Magician. After we were able to clear his board, he reestablished it, but we were able to tear it apart and break his board for game 1. Game 2, he set a whole bunch, passed. So I'm like, judgments, warnings, anything can be thrown my way. Hits me with a whole bunch of warnings when I go to activate my pendulum scales. Luckily, we had enough gas that we were able to push through it, and we were able to take game 2. So we're 1-0 right now in round 1. So we'll see what we have going games 2 or rounds 2 and 3. So let's see what else is going on. Okay, you guys. So round 2, we play against the Bestial Red Dragon Archfiend. Game 1, he sets up his board. I had the 1 Ash. We're able to like stop a little bit. And then I just went straight gas into an end board to kill him. Game 2, he Calamity locked me. So we just went to game 3. And in game 3, we both had like the sackiest hands ever. I had no low scale. And the minute I got a low scale, he cycloned it. So, or no, he branded Beast, not cycloned. That's what I was fearing of. Yeah. So we just kind of did some back and forth until he Bestial beat down me. So that's how we take the L in round 2, and we're going to round 3. Hopefully no bye, hopefully, but we'll see what happens if I get the bye or not. So see what happens. We're going to go see what's going on over there and see what we can get some footage for. So
The 2/4 Eastborn monsters.
Okay, gotcha.
Banish there to add a Phantom Knight spell.
is this game?
This is game 3.
Game 3. Ooh.
And banish there to send a Phantom Knight.
Yep.
It's popping off of Phantom Knights.
We're managing. We had a weird hand. So. Offer the cut.
I don't know, Wesley. What's your take on their match? Are they crazy good?
Except 1.
Oof.
Attempt to pass turn.
Oh,
But it's really cool to watch.
Yeah.
anything else?
But it takes a lot.
Alright,
I can't judge crystal beasts.
activate Poke Eclipse. Attempt to enter it in battle phase.
Oh no, bro.
Yep.
Activate Evenly Match.
Yeah. End of battle phase. Alrighty.
Yeah.
Oh.
He has to keep the token.
Thinking. This is down. That's bad. So I kind of need that a lot. No, yeah, I keep the token.
At least those Phantom Knight cards go to grave.
At least, yeah.
Alright, Night phase 2.
Oof.
Activate Divine Domain bot Tina.
Okay.
Activate effect, same as Tina from Dex Grace.
Okay, you guys, so round 3. There's 11 minutes left. And in round 3, we play against Tistina, which is a deck that pretty much wants to flip your stuff face down. So they're playing tons of cards like Book of Moon, Book of Eclipse, Room of Karma Cannon. Game 1, I set up my board, was able to go Z-Arc, and just was able to do that. Game 2, I set up my board, he flips all my junk face down, clears my board, and then OTKs me. So game 3, I'm like, do I want to make that same mistake? Game 3, I draw the worst hand ever, but I mean, I drew evenly. So he goes, makes his board, moves his battle attack, ends battle, I drop evenly, and we kind of just go back and forth for a little bit until I finally drew Pendulum Scales off a Book of Eclipse. And I was able to just pop off. I didn't even have to like summon anything from the extra deck, didn't even have to pen summon, just Astrograph carry. So we're able to take 2-1 today at our locals to place whatever, possibly third. So we'll see what happens. And yeah, hopefully get some good price support. So let's see what else everyone else is going on.